The old oak tree. Journey through the valleys and across the hills. You will reach a forest full of oak trees. They have been standing there for as long as the earth has been turning. Each year, new trees are born and old ones fall back to the earth. It's the cycle of the forest. But to truly see the magic, you must look a little closer. The huge oak tree that once stood at the centre of the forest is now just a stump. It started its life as an acorn, burying itself deep into the leaf mulch to find a warm bed. As the weather grew cold, the acorn dug further down and was covered by more leaves and twigs. Feathers and fur from passing animals fell too to warm the acorn. The acorn stayed very still and waited. Spring came and the birds shouted from the trees, "The sun is here once more!" The acorn heard their call and stretched. As it did, its shell cracked and a small green shoot emerged. Each day the sun shone a little more and the shoot pushed through the soil. Poking through the leaves, it saw the forest around it towering above. Rain arrived and the little shoot drank, thirsty from its efforts. It grew and grew and grew, and as it got bigger, more animals began to visit it. First came the ants, hurrying up and down the shoot to collect its old leaves as they shriveled up. Next, the beetle, who was looking for a place to shelter from the rain. The shoot grew strong, and soon birds were able to perch on it to look for worms on the forest floor. Its trunk got stouter, and it grew taller still until, eventually, the birds could nest in its branches. Bigger and bigger, higher and higher the oak tree reached. Over the years, it had many animals make it their home. Barn owls, woodpeckers, squirrels, woodlice, beetles, butterflies, gull wasps. The tree helped them all. 150 years the tree was standing, growing strong, basking in the warmth of the sun's rays and soaking up the rain of many clouds. Then a terrible storm came. From a heavy grey sky, the wind howled and the thunder rumbled right down to the roots of the tree. A twist of fate, a misplaced branch, and the tree was struck by lightning. It split in two. The next day, a woodcutter travelling through the forest saw that the tree had been damaged by the storm. They saw that it could not grow anymore, and that it may fall and take other trees with it, other trees that were not yet ready to meet the earth. And so the woodcutter set to work. They cut the dead branches of the tree away until all that was left was the stump. They took the wood home to make fire to warm their houses and cook food for their families. They did not take more than they needed, though, because they knew that the tree still had time to help someone else. In fact, it's still there in the forest. If you look at the bottom of the old oak stump, you can see the beetle has come back and made its home among the leaves. A little mouse lives in a hollow of the root and mushrooms grow from the bark. And if you look really, really closely, you can see the shoots of an acorn that fell the day the tree was struck by lightning. It is growing strong and reaching high. The oak tree will grow again and help many more animals of the forest. So next time you see an oak tree, remember its journey, for that is the magic of the forest.